pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back to the Huntsville Baseball Softball Complex on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network as we welcome you into the Bill Fick Ford, a countdown to first pitch for the start of the second half of District 16 5A play between the Huntsville Lady Hornets and the Lufkin Lady Pack. As we welcome you inside the broadcast booth alongside Luke Scott, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Thanks for spending your Friday evening with us as we get ready to dive into the weekend like we do every single week, bringing you Lady Hornet softball. Luke, pleasure to be back up here with you, my friend. Huntsville comes off of a tough loss on Tuesday night, 3-0 to the Porter Lady Spartans. Their first loss in district play of the season. Kind of a night where it just got away from them. Not much offense on their side, but they look to rebound tonight against Lufkin.
That's right. It's just one of those things kind of throughout the year that you just have to bounce back from. And then it's a good learning experience to come from and a huge bounce back game. It's a huge spot. Really for both teams in this one. Huntsville coming in at 22-4 and Lufkin at a surprising 16-9. Kind of the team that everyone was shocked about around the district. They've been a very competitive team and very good. So it'll be a tough outing today, but a huge spot for both teams. That's right. I mean, Huntsville, you got to find a way to bounce back, especially on home soil, protecting your own field. And for Lufkin, it's a revenge spot from the earlier loss of the season against Huntsville. And also, if they get this win, that puts them in the driver's seat potentially for second place and better seeding for playoffs. So, yeah, huge game, and but both teams have a lot to win and lose from this one.
Absolutely. Both teams coming in 4-1, tied for the top of District 16 5A. Again, Lufkin has been on a torrid run through district play. Their only loss is to Huntsville, and of course, as we mentioned, Huntsville's only loss was to Porter, so it sets up really a heavyweight bout tonight, and this is kind of an end of an era for both of these teams as they're going to be meeting each other for the last time in regular season as district mates. So obviously, one of these teams, if not both, actually rather both of these teams, they want to end this rivalry, if you will, on a very, very high note.
Yeah, and we see that. I mean, football, we always play the scrimmage against Lufkin. Basketball is heated on both men's and women's, baseball and softball. And it's also pretty neat tonight that we have that doubleheader going on, both teams playing Lufkin here at home. So it just gives a little bit more of a dramatic feel to this one. But yeah, I mean, it's just, a big game, Carlos, like you mentioned.
And obviously on the baseball side of things, they're trying to salvage their series with Lufkin, trying to get another win on their tally as the baseball team makes their push to the ball game. It's possible on the computer, folks. If you're watching on that, you have two screens. You can make two screens, catch both of us, baseball and Lady Hornet softball, on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network tonight. We'll provide updates of that ball game throughout the evening. In a ball game like this, Luke, obviously it's paramount that you get out to a hot start. That's something Huntsville lacked in that entire ball game on Tuesday. How do they rebound this evening?
Yeah, it's kind of something that they've kind of lacked throughout the district season of just not really, jumping on top. And to combat that, I mean, part of that is just better at bats, and just taking your pitches out, one pitch at a time. And we've seen this team do pretty good at that, but at times, they have been a little squealy and just kind of swinging at anything just to try to get some sort of a run going or some sort of just a little rally. And, sometimes, pitches aren't the best pitches to hit, and they still swing at them. So you just got to be a little bit more patient. And also, once you get on base, not making any, running errors and not making any silly mistakes, that can really cost you. And, it's all about, getting pressure on the pitcher, making the defense make plays. And I can guarantee you, no team is going to play perfect, but the team with the less errors tonight is definitely going to win this one.
Huntsville and Lufkin, they meet for the 8th time in the last 4 years, haven't been district mates since 2021. Huntsville has never lost to Lufkin. They've been close a couple of times. As we look back at the season series between these teams, it's been very close multiple times. I can count 1 and 2 games where it was decided by less than 1 run. And that was, or 1 run or less, that was the last time out in Lufkin back in March 19th. And then, of course, you remember back to April of 2022, that 13-inning thriller at Cape Bar Ross Park, where Huntsville picked up the win there 3-2. But everything else in this series, it's been very lopsided. A 6-0 win at the end of last year, a 5-0 win to sweep Lufkin a year ago. They never scored a run against Huntsville at all a year ago. And then in between 22 and 21, a couple of big shutout wins, and then, of course, dominating when they first met as district mates at the start of the 2021 district slate. So Lufkin's coming in with a chip on their shoulder tonight, Luke, to try and knock off Huntsville for the very first time.
That's right, and you know, as much as it's a big spot for us, it's a huge and maybe even a bigger spot for Lufkin. You know, they haven't really been in this position here in the district since they've been in this district. You know, to challenge the #1 team and to challenge for a top playoff spot, and they've done a really good job improving on the years. I mean, we see it every year. As long as you and I have been here, they've gotten better each year. So credit to them. But yeah, huge spot for Lufkin.
Time to dive into our coaches convo. I caught up with head coach Morgan Bryan on Wednesday afternoon to get her thoughts from the loss on Tuesday against Porter. And now the battle tonight against Lufkin as we begin the second half of district play. Here's your coaches convo brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Bill Fick Ford Lady Hornets countdown to first pitch. Getting ready for this matchup with the Lufkin Lady Pack with head coach Morgan Bryan. Our coaches convo brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. Coach, obviously a tough loss on Tuesday night to Porter. It's I know it's not very often you lose at home, but it happened and now you flush it. But just what was the message to the team after that ball game on Tuesday?
Honestly, it was dwell on it that night, and then we've got to move on and flush it, kind of like what you said, the next day. And I think they've done a great job of that. You know, I like to take it personal, I guess, because I feel like I want to make sure that I do everything that I can to set my team up for success. So I tell my kids to take it a little bit personal too whenever we come into it, and that's what it boils down to. You want to come in with a chip on your shoulder. You want to be mad at that situation, and you know, you're mad at yourself for not taking care and executing the things that we know that we need to do. So we just kind of focused on that. We wanted to dwell on it a little bit, and now we've got to flush it, and it's a new day.
And now you look at Lufkin, obviously it's been a very great start to the year for them. You're tied at the top of the district with them at 4-1. Nail biter with them last time. Just what do you kind of expect out of them now going into this ball game second time around?
Absolutely, and it's kind of like what I've told you time and time again. You know, everybody's going to play us. Everybody's out to get their piece. You know, if you want to be the big dog, you got to expect to be hunted, and that's kind of where we're at. We want to be that big dog. We want to have that pressure on our shoulders, and we've got to be able to rise to that situation. So, you know, I just really look forward to my kids to making those adjustments and coming in with that chip on their shoulder and really fighting, because I know Lufkin's going to bring their best to us.
And now looking at your girl in the circle, J.J. Duke, on Tuesday night, I mean, still had a really stellar outing up until that 8th inning. I mean, 12 strikeouts, nothing to be ashamed about. Just what are you going to want out of your senior pitcher going into a ball game like this?
Honestly, just like I said, take it personal. You know, we don't want to do that. We don't ever want to slip up in that situation. So make sure that we get it fine-tuned and make sure that we're doing the little things right. You know, that was a great game. And like you said, up until the 8th inning, it just kind of, we had our slip and it fell apart at that.
And now you look at Lufkin, you know what you're going to get out of Mia Harper, having seen her for the last 4 years. Just your plan of attack at the plate to be able to try and get on her early.
You know, I think that's where we faltered last night. We didn't really execute our plan of attack, and when it comes down to it, we just really have to play our game and we have to execute accordingly. So just refocusing today is going to be our key, of course, and going into it, just trying to focus at the plate and making sure we're executing the way that we know how to do so.
And then last thing, as always, your keys to the game brought to you by Bill Fick Ford, to try and just stay the course here and get to 5-1 in district play. I mean, you got to take it one game at a time before you can look at the next one, as you always say. Just how do you get it done tonight against the Lady Pack?
Settling in, pushing the pace the way that we know how, and especially last but not least, playing our way, and not playing into the way that other teams play this game, but playing the way that we know how and pushing the pace to the best of our ability.
Keys to the game brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. No bull, just good deals. Morgan, thanks for your time.
All right, thank you.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion header, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the calf rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, ksam1017.com.
At Mid-South Fiber Internet, we understand the importance of quality service.
We don't just work here, we live here too.
Helping our communities any way we can.
Connecting communities one line at a time.
Working around the clock for you.
We are committed to service.
Committed to our communities.
We are committed to you.
Mid-South Fiber Internet. Local, reliable service you can count on. Sign up today at midsouthfiber.com.
Huntsville wakes up to the all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy. Get a positive start on your workday with local news, weather and sports, and some inspiration and laughs to warm you like a hot cup of coffee. And now you can join the daily conversation with Brian and Tracy by calling or texting the KSAM listener line at 936-295-4102. Come on, neighbor. The all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy on 101.7 KSAM.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
Welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports, as we continue on here on the Bill Fick Ford, a countdown to first pitch. Alongside Luke Scott, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Just talked in our coaches combo with head coach Morgan Bryan after that tough loss on Tuesday, and how she's feeling for this ball game tonight to begin the second half of district play. All right, Luke, we got her keys to the game. Time to get your Bill Fick Ford keys to the ball game tonight. How does Huntsville get it done here against the Lady Pack to start off the second half of district play on the right note?
Well, the great thing that we've been doing all year is pitching clean, mostly clean innings. JJ getting 1 to 3, no 1, 2, 3 innings. Tonight, I don't know if it's going to be that easy against this Lufkin team. So, especially whenever you got runners on, we've got to convert a few double plays. We got to play really disciplined defensively out in the field. We've been doing great with that so far this season, but we have to keep with the excellence in the field, limiting errors, of course, as always. And with tonight, wind blowing out straight away, a few games in a row, it's been coming straight in. Tonight, the long ball might be the king. I'm going to expect a few homers tonight, and that's going to be my key hitting-wise. We're going to have to hit some homers against Lufkin, fill those bases up, and multiple run shots. That's what we need. No solo, one-run innings. We need 3, 4, 5 innings to really put this one out of reach early.
That's your keys to the game, brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. Now time to take a look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. First for the visiting Lufkin Lady Pack, they look like this under the direction of head coach Ashley Bryant. Adley Dean will get things started. She plays shortstop tonight for Lufkin. Batting second and playing in left field, Mallory Penner. Batting third and doing the catching tonight, Akira Smallwood. Batting cleanup and playing at first base, Chloe Stafford. Batting fifth, doing the pitching tonight, Mia Harper. Batting sixth, Addison Garrett. She's playing out in center field. Marley McClendon, she bats seventh, and she'll bat in the field in the third base spot. Taylor Crocker, the designated player tonight, she bats eighth, and batting ninth, Anicia Hernandez. She bats ninth, playing at second base. Now flip it to the other side for the Lady Hornets. JJ Duke, as always, she will be the one to get things started this evening. Eris McHale, she bats second. Katie Von Rosenberg, third. Cleanup, Chloe Klawinski tonight. Batting fifth, moving up in the order, Jazz Enriquez, now fifth in the lineup for the Lady Hornets. Emily Zunker, she moves down to the sixth hole as the DP. Callie Klawinski down to seventh. Riley Hammond back into the lineup. She bats eighth, and then Halo Hernandez bats ninth. Chloe Sanders moves to the flex as the shortstop. And Luke, obviously, that could prove big dividends for the Lady Hornets, making a little switch to the lineup. Some batters in the lineup just not hitting how they should be right now. Knowing that they could be better, so this should prove a different look to Lufkin, as it is going to be a completely different look than what they saw first time out.
Yeah, we're talking. Those hitters we're talking about. I'll call it out. It's been Chloe Sanders, just hasn't been able to get many hits. She doesn't have a hit in district play yet. Season stats. She's still hitting over 300. That's how good she was doing earlier this year. And I would say that, I mean, this might be one of those games where it's not necessarily a moment to reflect on, but maybe just a time to say, oh, you know, my spot's not guaranteed here. And, you know, that just might give her a little bit more motivation. I like seeing Hammond back in the lineup. I like her speed. I think she can offer some really good things. And, you know, Halo, you know, she was one of the only 2 hits the other night. So I like this lineup that we got going. I think it's a good spot. And, yeah, and it is something different for Lufkin to look at. It's just a different, not necessarily completely different, because, you know, the 1 through, you know, 6 isn't that different. But it's similar enough that Lufkin has experience against it, but they haven't seen that exact lineup. So it might throw them off a little bit. But, yeah, I like the adjustment from head coach Morgan Bryant. I think that's just one of those things that has to happen, you know, in a year, and the best coaches make adjustments and, you know, for the right reason. So I think that's an adjustment made for a good reason, and we'll see if it pays its dividends tonight.
That's your starting lineups brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. Both Morgan Bryant and Ashley Bryant, as you see down below. They are meeting with our umpiring crew this evening. Get things started here momentarily. They'll introduce the starting lineups to the crowd here momentarily as they continue to file in to the Huntsville Baseball Softball Complex. This entire complex packed out tonight with baseball going on behind us and, of course, our ball game here. We'll step aside and take one more break. We'll get your final setup on the Bill Fick Ford countdown to first pitch when we return.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion hitter, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the cap rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, KSAM1017.com.
At Mid-South Fiber Internet, we understand the importance of quality service.
We don't just work here, we live here too.
Helping our communities any way we can.
Connecting communities one line at a time.
Working around the clock for you.
We are committed to service.
Committed to our communities.
We are committed to you.
Mid-South Fiber Internet, local, reliable service you can count on. Sign up today at midsouthfiber.com.
Huntsville wakes up to the all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy. Get a positive start on your workday with local news, weather and sports, and some inspiration and laughs to warm you like a hot cup of coffee. And now you can join the daily conversation with Brian and Tracy by calling or texting the KSAM listener line at 936-295-4102. Come on, neighbor. The all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy on 101.7 KSAM.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornets softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
Welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. As we get ready to wrap up the Bill Fick Ford Lady Hornets countdown to first pitch, starters being introduced down there on the field right now before we get underway tonight. Luke, I'll get you your final thoughts right now before we get started here between Huntsville and Lufkin.
Yeah, ready to get going. Perfect weather tonight. I mean, what more could you ask for here on the, what'd you say, the gateway to the Piney Woods, this brand new complex, so great. And a great crowd here tonight. Great delegation from Lufkin and Huntsville, of course, on both softball and baseball. Ready to get going. You can feel the energy, a big game. I'm ready to go.
Doesn't get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. It's the second half of District 16 5A play this evening at the Huntsville Baseball Softball Complex. When we return, we will have first pitch. Lufkin versus Huntsville comes your way next on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station. This broadcast is copyrighted by KSAM Sports for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transitions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. The following is a presentation of KSAM Sports.
On a gorgeous Friday evening at the gateway to the East Texas Piney Woods, we welcome you to Huntsville, Texas for Friday Night Softball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network presented by Wiesner of Huntsville. Tonight's matchup in District 16 5A pits the visiting Lufkin Lady Pack against your Huntsville Lady Hornets. As we welcome you inside the Wiesner Huntsville broadcast booth, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. With me is my good friend and broadcast partner Luke Scott for this ball game. Going to be a very, very exciting ball game to say the least, Luke, for this one tonight.
Oh yeah, ready to go. The eyes, Carlos, the eyes, 5A East Texas High School Softball is on this one tonight. Those that care are here, and fans, they're watching online. Gotta love our support, love our sponsors, love the complex we're at, and love this team.
Do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. We're currently experiencing a malfunction with our video, but we'll get that fixed here in just a moment. Adley Dean gonna come up here to the plate for the Lady Pack, I should say. There we go. Now we got our video back nice and clean, and we are
that
ready
2K
to go.
Quad HD, Carlos.
That's right. If you remember, tonight's broadcast is being presented in 2K Quad HD with a 4K Ultra HD enhanced presentation as Dean gives it a ride, but Hammond right there to scout it in right for the first out. Don't forget, folks, closed captioning is also available for the hearing impaired. One down here in this top of the first inning for Lufkin. That will now turn it over to second in the order, Mallory Penner. J.J. Duke back in the circle for the Lady Hornets, trying to bounce back after the tough loss on Tuesday night. First offering from Duke to Penner. Penner lays a bunt. Von Rosenberg and Klawinski can't get there in time. Be a foul for strike one. Get that defensive alignment for the Lady Hornets here in just a moment. Here's the 0-1. Missing outside, 1-1 to count. One on the way from Duke. Pinner swings, fouls that one away. Lady Hornets lined up defensively like this. Jazz Enriquez in left, Hayla Hernandez in center, Riley Hammond, as you've seen, in right. Eris McHale around the horn here on the infield. She's at third. Chloe Sanders at short. Klowinski sisters on the right side of the infield at second and first, Callie and Chloe. And, of course, Von Rosenberg doing the catching for Duke as Pinner continues to battle. One ball, two strikes, one away, top first here in Huntsville. Pitch from Duke. Liner over the head of Sanders for a hit. One on and one out for the Lady Pack.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting right there, just over the glove of Sanders. Didn't look like she got a great read on it, and just went right over her glove for a base hit. And that's a good start here for the Lady Pack, getting one on early and putting a little pressure here on Huntsville.
One on, one out. Smallwood goes around.
Ugly swing there, that one. Expecting a one pitch and got another there.
Kind of crossing her up there did J.J. Duke. That's something about these two teams. They've met each other so much. Their pitchers have really never changed. So they know each other very well, and that's what makes this matchup just such an amazing thing to see. 0-1. Smallwood fouls it back.
Great color game, too. White and green, black and purple, yellow. I mean, it's just a good color game.
It's a great color matchup. No balls, two strikes. Pinner at first. And the offering from Duke. Smallwood to third. McHale has it. Throw to second for one. Relay to first for two. No. Fielder's choice, but Huntsville gets the big second out.
Yeah, and got the lead runner, too, there at second to keep the runner on first. And it's a great throw there made by McHale. Just not enough time to get the runner on first, or to first, but still, yeah, get that second out.
I'll turn up cleanup hitter, Chloe Stafford. Take ball one. And Lufkin enters tonight 4-1 in District 16 5A play. Right up there at the top with the Lady Hornets. Battle for first place tonight as a swing and a miss. Pickoff attempt here. Try and get Smallwood. She's back in time, but the count's 1-1. And this is kind of a ball game that's got that big fight feel to it. 1-1 pitch. Stafford a swing and a miss. 1-2.
You know, it's always a challenge right here, but got to talk about the shadow here in center and right field, looking directly into the sun. You know, early on, Hammond made the one catch, but it's going to be tough battling that sun for both teams. It'll be easier as time goes on, but could be a factor here early.
And the one other factor or non-factor this evening, wind all but nothing right now. We've seen it blown out tonight as well, so we'll keep an eye on that as we go. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They're going to say a foul ball. It just kissed off the bat of Stafford to keep the AB going.
Yeah, looks like right there on the hands, too.
If I'm her in that situation, I might try to sell.
Not a great acting job. I was fixing to say, not a great acting job.
Another 2-2. Low floater on the infield. Sanders makes the backstick catch. Side retired. 1 hit in the inning for Lufkin. That's all they get as we head to the bottom of the first. Chance for the Lady Hornets to jump out in front early. Tie game through half an inning.
Hey folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville. If you've been looking for a great deal, don't look any further than Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville. Come get a crew cab $1,500 truck and take up to $10,000 off the MSRP. We have Chevy Trax as low as $20,995. Do you want to go all electric? We have the all-new Bolt EV, Bolt EUV, and the Chevy Blazer. Do you need a heavy-duty truck? We've got 3/4 tons and 1 tons in stock ready for you to take home now. Some restrictions may apply, so hurry to Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville and take advantage of these great deals and great inventory, or visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com.
Through half an inning here at the Huntsville Baseball Softball Complex, no score between Lufkin and Huntsville on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Fans, want to remind you, tonight's ball game and this season of Huntsville Lady Hornet Softball is brought to you by our friends at Wiesner of Huntsville, home of the bottom line, and also brought to you in part by Mid-South Fiber Internet, local company, local people, local service. Rather clean inning for the Lady Hornets in the top of the first, minus the 1 hit that laced into left center field, but that was about all Lufkin could amass, and now a chance for the Lady Hornets to try to jump on Mia Harper. Huntsville only got 2 runs off of her in the very first matchup to open District 16 5A play. And that was all on the bat of Eris McHale, a 2-run shot in the 6th inning of that ball game.
Remember, Carlos, that was her first game back. And what a spot to be in and to deliver in.
She's in the on-deck circle as Duke swings at the first offering, right center field, down and up against the fence. Duke into second with a sliding double.
And that's what you call a gapper right there. Battling the sun between center and right. Neither got a great jump on it. You know, a hard hit ball hitting to the fence. Great piece of hitting there from J.J. Duke. 1 pitch and already on second base.
And Eris McHale now digs in. Tries to lay down the bunt, and it will just be foul. Lufkin lines up defensively like this. Mallory Pinner in left, Addison Garrett in center, Ava Mendez in right. Around the horn of the infield, Marlene McClendon is at third. Adley Dean at short. Over at second, Anicia Hernandez. At first, Chloe Stafford. And the battery mate for Mia Harper is Akira Smallwood. Here's the 0-1. McHale pulls the bunt back, 1-1. And J.J. Duke on with the Mid-South Fiber double. Chance for McHale to bring her home and get Huntsville in front early. 1-1. Upstairs.
This is something that we didn't see until late in the game against Porter. Was a little bit of pressure on the opposing pitcher. Here we are tonight, already in the bottom of the first.
2-1, McHale takes outside. 3 balls, 1 strike.
So far, really good at bat here from Eris McHale. Picking her pitches well, not trying to lay anything down. That's bad. It's a tough pitch to lay down. I would expect she's going to swing at this one.
No, she'll lay the bunt, but fouled it back, full count.
Hitters count, why wouldn't you?
Katie Von Rosenberg on deck. Nobody out, bottom first. Payoff. McHale. That one through the gap for a hit. Duke around third. She'll come in and score with no throw. 1-0 Huntsville in the first.
Great piece of hitting right up the middle, the perfect spot where you want to be, right between the pitcher and the shortstop. Great spot. The best players come through in big moments, and right there, McHale and Duke coming through early for the Hornets.
They've already matched what they put up against Porter, save the run that they did not get, but they already have 2 hits in the ball game through 2 batters, and now can Von Rosenberg make it 3?
Wind's starting to pick back up and blow out.
And Rosenberg's got that home run power. 1 home run here this season. That came against Klein Kane in the final non-district matchup. 1-0. Inside, called a strike.
Looks to be a pretty tight strike zone tonight.
Nobody out, 1-1. Swing and a miss, late on the pitch outside. 1-2 on Berger. On Rosenberg, batting .507. 1 home run, as I mentioned, 31 RBIs, 38 hits. Second on the team in base hits. 1-2. Chases outside, but got a chunk of it. Here's the 1-2. Just upstairs. Two on Rosenberg. Second base side, Hernandez to second for 1, no chance for the relay. So 4-6 fielder's choice. Takes the first out of the inning, turns it over to Chloe Klawinski.
Number 2, Chloe
This is obviously someone, if you're Morgan Bryan, you'd love to see get going. 0 for 3 on Tuesday night. Moving back up into the cleanup spot after batting in the 6th hole on Tuesday. Off speed, that one through the gap for a base hit. That's a way to break through. 2 on and only 1 out for the Lady Hornets.
Now batting for the Lady Hornets, number 17,
And now I'm intrigued to see how Enriquez fares here, moving up to where probably the highest she's been in the order this year.
Carlos, we've been talking about it, especially after last game. We're like, hey, why don't we give Enriquez a shot? You know, the show, everyone, you know, each part of the lineup kind of says a little bit about, you know, the player, but I mean, the show, 3, 4, and 5, that's where you want to be, and here we are.
Here's the 0-1. Off the plate, 1-1. Enriquez also 0 for 3 on Tuesday night. Went 1 for 3 against Lufkin in the district opener. Batting .415 on the year. 1-1 the count, 1 away. 1-0 Huntsville, 2 on. Harper's pitch. Outside. Two-1, inside, caught the corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, nice pitch there by Harper. Actually, that inside corner has been giving away. It's one of those things a pitcher's got to pick up on.
2-2, Enriquez stays alive. Huntsville on the board and an RBI single by Eris McHale. After the double for Duke to start the inning for the Lady Hornets. Von Rosenberg at second, Lewinsky at first, and now we got a full count. Emily Zunker on deck. Payoff pitch from Harper. Enriquez fouls it off. Good battle here between Mia Harper, the senior pitcher for Lufkin, and Enriquez, a junior.
Carlos, you know I'm fixing to say, the longer the at-bat goes,
favors the hitter.
That's right.
Outside, ball 4, bases loaded.
That's exactly what you wanted there out of Enriquez. And she's been hitting the ball so well this year, and a good eye. And now here comes, bases loaded. Giving something Lufkin to worry about. That sweat already dripping down the leg. And you got Zunker, who's been really hitting the ball well. And you got a senior as well, right next to each other. And Klowinski on deck. I mean, this is a big spot to be here. And also, if you're Lufkin, you know, if you get out of the situation only surrendering the 1 run, you feel pretty good about yourself getting back and batting. So big spot here early for both teams.
Bases juiced. Infield in for Lufkin.
I would suspect a swing here at the first pitch.
Does swing at it, a slow roller, first base side, no tag, and she is, oh! They call her out at the plate! Bang, bang at the plate there. Nice play by Chloe Stafford, saves a run.
I was close.
Allie Klowinski, grounder to shortstop side. Dean bobbles it. Zunker is safe. 2 runs are going to score. 3-0 Huntsville.
Right there, a costly error. Shortstop not able to make the play. Could have been an easy 2 outs there in a row, and instead it's 2 runs off the error. You just don't see that much.
Still 2 out in the inning, and the Lady Hornets out in front, 3-0.
Adley Dean, one of the better shortstops also in the district.
Costly play.
You know, she doesn't do that very often right there.
Riley Hammond back in the lineup. Late on the drop ball there from Harper, 0-2. Pitch. Called, strike 3. Well, 8 batters come to the inning for the Lady Hornets. They jump out to a 3-0 lead on the Lufkin Lady Pack. As we get ready to head to the top of the 2nd inning here in just a few moments. Huntsville has the early advantage. Lufkin will try to respond when we come back.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion hitter, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the calf roping.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Through 1 full inning here at the Huntsville Baseball Softball Complex, a 3-0 lead for the Huntsville Lady Hornets on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Alongside Luke Scott, I am Carlos Zimmermann as we get ready for the start of the 2nd inning of play. Huntsville, 3 critical runs in that bottom of the 1st inning that have them cooking early. That'll bring Mia Harper 5th in the order for the Lady Pack. Duke starts her off with a strike looking. The 0-1. Well inside to Harper, 1-1. Of course, the Lady Hornets have gotten to see Mia Harper's quite a lot through all 4 years they've been together in the district. Here's the 1-1. It's off the plate, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Harper pops it up on the infield. Will it stay in play? No, it'll kiss off the net.
Ooh, almost a souvenir there.
Not very often this ball is able to clear this very, very tall net here at the new field.
We'd see it a little bit more often there at K-Bar Ross, wouldn't we?
Just a little bit. Right in our breadbasket, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes between Duke and Harper. Chopper, shortstop side. Sanders off a couple of hops. Easy does it, 1 down.
Routine, tailor-made.
1 down in the inning. Turns it over to Addison Garrett.
Now batting number 11, Addison Garrett.
6th in the order for Ashley Bryan. Their squad down 3-0 here early on. Right down the pipe. 4-strike 1. Of course, you look at JJ last time out against the Lufkin. 7 innings, 6 hits, just the 1 run, 15 punch-outs in the full 7-inning game. And now she starts off Garrett. 2 straight strikes. Oh, 2. Just got a piece of it. Luke, you mentioned that sun. It only took a long bottom of the first for that basically to be completely shaded on the field.
Yeah.
Riley Hammond was just maybe a little bit out there and right.
But it made its impact.
In the wrong way for Lufkin. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 away, top second. That one will shy a liner into center. Easy enough for Halo Hernandez. To her right, 2 away. Two out in the inning now for Marley McClendon. Nice little grounder to Sanders. The fly out to Hernandez. Lufkin's putting the ball in play. You got to give him credit. JJ still looking for her first strikeout. And she may have to wait a little longer, and that ball's going to get down in foul ground. And a night where Huntsville, of course, not searching to regain sole possession of first in the district. And possibly get that elusive 200th career win for their coach. Oh, 1 to McClendon, downstairs. Thought they were going to get it on Tuesday, but Porter, obviously, in that top of the 8th inning, laid the smack down. Put that ball game away. 1-1. Inside. 2-1. Luke, it's kind of the same pitch on the outer half of the plate, not getting that inside half called.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. He's been calling the inside too. I don't. Just off maybe.
That one downstairs as well. 3-1.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty similar spot. That one was a little low, but
3 balls, 1 strike. McClendon right to McHale at third. 1, 2, 3 goes Lufkin. Go to the bottom of the second. Huntsville maintaining a 3-0 lead on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Why are people driving from all over Texas to Wiesner Hyundai to get a real deal? And Wiesner has been putting those deals together for Texans for 50 years, including the Hyundai Shoppers Assurance Plan and America's Best Warranty, 10 years, 100,000 miles. Elantras, Sonatas, Santa Fe's, Tucson, Palisades, and more. All in new sparkling facilities. So make the drive to Conroe today and buy for less. 8 minutes from the Woodlands, exit 87B, Wilson Road in Conroe, or WiesnerHyundai.com. Your next vehicle is here.
Here in the bottom of the second of this ball game in District 16 5A between Huntsville and Lufkin. Carlos Zimmermann alongside of me is Luke Scott. Want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's broadcast. Here, 1 second, I'll have it. Oh, technology, you got 11. All right. Tonight's broadcast of Huntsville Lady Hornets softball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, brought to you by our friends at Bill Pickford, Noble, Just Good Deals, and by our friends at Affordable Plumbing Incorporated.
Carlos, technology is a great thing when it works and a frustrating thing when it doesn't. It's the worst.
Absolutely, my bud. Halo Hernandez to the plate. She'll lay down a bunt. Nice play there at third, and they'll get the out. Marley McClendon running up on that one. But now you run back to the top of the order. J.J. Duke with a double on the night so far. First offering. Mia Harper starts J.J. Duke upstairs, 1-0. Sally Dow is tuning in on the broadcast tonight. Thanks for tuning in, Sally, as well as Danielle Sandman tuning in tonight, cheering on the Lady Hornets. As Duke goes to right. Mendez giving chase, makes the catch, 2 out. It's a well-hit ball by Duke, but Mendez placed perfectly.
Just a tad late, Carlos. A little bit earlier, and that one would have been tagged. But pretty similar to our last one, just a little bit later.
That's something Huntsville has struggled to do, is go the opposite way. Duke's gone that direction both times tonight. Quick 2 outs in the inning for Lufkin. Now Eris McHale. McHale 1 for 1, singled. Brought home the first run of the ball game for the Lady Hornets. Harper's 1-0, outside. Two-oh pitch, catches the zone for a strike.
I'm kind of struggling on the strike zone, Carlos. I was kind of liking it earlier. Last couple at-bats, it's been kind of wonky, I think.
McHale swings at the 2-1, past the diving McClendon. Dean with the throw, not in time. How about another base hit for Eris McHale? 2 for 2 now on the night to turn it to Von Rosenberg.
2 for 2 and 2 singles with the RBI. Not a bad start here for Eris. She's also looked good defensively over at third.
It looks like we'll have a courtesy runner come on to run for Eris. It'll be Elena Blanton. Keep McHale off the base paths and get some speed out there for the Lady Hornets with 2 out. That's the thing they have on that bench in there. You got Valerie Martin and Elena Blanton at your disposal. Run for your slower hitters. First offering outside, 1-0. Next door to us, it's a 5-3 ball game in the top of the second. How about an offensive clinic to start the game?
Yeah, bases loaded too right now. Carlos, 2 outs.
For Lufkin. There's strike 1. To Katie Von Rosenberg. 0 for 1 tonight, grounded into a fielder's choice her last time up. Also an update in here in the softball district. Porter and Dayton top of the third, no score. 1-1.
Ooh, that's a big game right there.
That is me and Anthony Bryan. We were talking about it earlier today. I mean, that's such a big leverage game. You got Dayton at 3-2, Porter's at 2-3. If whoever loses that game, they are on the outside looking in.
I guess Kingwood Park has NAC tonight.
They do. That's almost a guaranteed win. No offense to Nacogdoches.
Yeah, they're trash. But I will say, they have gotten better this year. They have gotten much better this year.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Katie von Rosenberg. Fights it off, but it will stay foul.
I will say Nacogdoches, probably the prettiest town in our district, I would say.
Well, it is indeed the oldest town in Texas.
It sure is. That being said, the worst nachos, though.
I mean, that's how you grade them all, right?
They just need to move a little bit more units.
One on, 2 out. Outside, full count.
Yeah, Lufkin's up there on the probably the prettiest towns too. The countryside of Lufkin's very pretty.
They're right next to each other,
Yeah,
Lufkin and Nac.
very
It's just
similar.
it's so pretty out there. Not to take anything away from our town in Huntsville.
Yeah, I mean Huntsville's very pretty. It just has the prison, you know.
2 on and 2 out for the Lady Hornets as von Rosenberg works a walk.
It does take away a little bit of the natural beauty, but the prison is a beauty in itself.
Looks like Lufkin just tacked on another run on the other side on a bases-loaded walk. We'll keep an eye on that ball game as we go along. Chloe Klowinski to the plate, 2 on and 2 out. Lufkin got those 2 outs rather quick, but now some traffic for Huntsville. A 1-0 count to start things off here for Mia Harper. Looking like she was going to probably get a rather clean inning.
Yeah.
But then the base hit infield at bat for McHale, and then the walk to von Rosenberg. Sets up another big inning for the Lady Hornets. 1-0. Lewinsky foul away. And if you're tuning in tonight, keep those comments flowing in wherever you may be from. We'd love to hear from you. We'll give you a shout out right here on the air when we get to it. Of course, a lot of the Huntsville faithful made their trip out here to the complex tonight to watch this game in person. That's what we love to see. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lewinsky swings foul down the first base line. One, 2. Lewinsky hits it to second. Hernandez, easy does it. Glove flip to first, or to second rather. That's in time to take out the middle runner in von Rosenberg. So Lufkin gets out of the jam here in the bottom of the second. That will carry us to the top of the 3rd inning, where Huntsville still maintains a 3-0 lead on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Huntsville wakes up to the all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy. Get a positive start on your workday with local news, weather and sports, and some inspiration and laughs to warm you like a hot cup of coffee. And now you can join the daily conversation with Brian and Tracy by calling or texting the KSAM listener line at 936-295-4102. Come on, neighbor. The all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy on 101.7 KSAM.
Welcome me back, ladies and gentlemen. Into the top of the 3rd we go on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Played that spot, by the way, to give a big shout out to our operations manager at 101.7 KSAM, Brian Reeder. Him and his lovely wife, Judy, they are in the house tonight. And hey, they're watching us down below down there.
All right.
So thanks for tuning in, guys, and thanks for making it out to the ball game tonight. We can't do what we do here without our great support crew at KSAM, Brian Reeder, Glenn Edwards, William Franz, Tim Johnson, our general manager. Of course, our executive producer, Jordan Smith. 8-9-1 for Lufkin as we get ready to start the top of the 3rd inning. And that'll be foul down the line here by Taylor Crocker.
All great people to work with, all fun people to work with.
And if you're just joining us here inside the Wiesner Huntsville broadcast booth, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. With me is Luke Scott. Huntsville with a 3-0 advantage. Trying to get through the bottom of the order here is Duke before the lineup card turns over, and she gets Ahead in the count here on Taylor Crocker, 0-2. Crocker goes the opposite way. Hammond will give it a look, but it'll get out of play. And we mentioned JJ's last outing against Lufkin. Her outing on Tuesday, I mean, albeit minus that 8th inning, was stellar. 8 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 13 strikeouts. But still took the loss. Crocker, first base side, off the glove of Klawinski, and that'll be an error.
Yeah, might have just taken a little unlucky hop there off Klawinski, just a bad bounce. You know, it's kind of a bang-bang play, of course. Coach Brian's going to want her to get in front of that ball and square up to it. Try to backhand pick and just went right off the end.
A bunt here by Hernandez, only played a first for the force out. The sacrifice is successful. 1 out, and now a runner in scoring position for Lufkin. To turn the lineup card back to the top for Adley Dean.
All right, here you go. Big spot for Dean. She gives up the error and turned into 2 runs there for Huntsville. Now she has a spot to maybe bring home a run here for the Lady Pack. The junior needs this one.
Duke will try to shut the door. Starts her off with a strike on the inner half. Dean 0 for 1, a fly out to Hammond to start the ball game. Dean lays off, 1-1. And the 1-1. Finds the zone for strike 2. Big spot for Huntsville, trying to keep this a 3-0 game. 1-2 to Dean from Duke. Misses inside, count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And mind you, JJ still hasn't found that first strikeout. We're already 1 out in the 3rd. Try to find it here on Dean. 2-2. Little floater on the infield. Klawinski will have to play it on a hop, throw to first to her sister in time, 2 away. And that'll move the runner in Crocker to 3rd.
Semi-successful there for the Lady Pack. Moved the runner over, cost him an out. But you got a runner on 3rd now. And coming up, Penner. She's been really good for this Lady Pack team all year.
She's got the lone hit of the night so far for Lufkin. Bounce back the first offering from Duke.
Yeah, Cross, now if you would have told me that we'd be winning 3-0 here in the top of the 3rd and JJ has yet to strike anyone out, I would have said you're lying. But here we are.
There's only 1 game in district where she hasn't struck out more than 10 batters. That was Nacogdoches. Only 8 that night in NAC. Granted, like I said on Tuesday, that game only went 5 innings. Had that gone maybe 6 or 7, she probably would have gotten to 10. 1-1. Penner, a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And back to the rise ball there. Maybe they'll go right back to the heat. I'm thinking a change-up right here.
1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. There it is. First Affordable Plumbing Incorporated strikeout of the night for J.J. Duke. Carries us to the bottom of the 3rd. Threat thwarted by the Lady Hornets of Lufkin. They look for more in the bottom half when we return to Huntsville.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. The 5, 6, and 7 coming to the bat here for the Lady Hornets. Jazz Enriquez will get things started here in just a moment. Before we get to that, want to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by our friends at Wiesner Hyundai of Conroe, where you can buy for less. Now Jazz Enriquez to the plate against Mia Harper. Swings and pops it up on the infield. Easy does it at first base for Stafford, one away. Now batting for the Lady Hornets, number 5, I'll bring it over to Emily Zunker. She's 0 for 1. Grounded into a fielder's choice. Her last time up. That bang-bang play at the plate, which could have been the 4th run ultimately for the Lady Hornets in that first inning. Harper starts her inside. 0-1 on the free swing.
Yeah, high and inside. Not the best pitch to swing at for Zunker.
Here's the 0-1. Upstairs, 1-1. Of course, Zunker still trying to work out that knee injury she experienced in scrimmage play, and she still wears that brace on the left knee. So her running still a little hindered. That bat still has some pop in it. Only problem for her is she just can't really use her legs to be able to power into a swing. 2 balls, 1 strike, the pitch. Zunker swings right to first base for Stafford, 2 down. Well, after that really big inning for the Lady Hornets in the bottom of the first, it seems Mia Harper has settled in. Only 1 hit in the last inning. That was an Aris McHale infield hit. And remember, in the last inning, Huntsville was able to get some good 2-out hits and find ways to get on. Here's Callie Klawinski. Oh, 1 from Harper. Outside, 1-1. Klawinski only 1 hit in district play. Found herself falling down the lineup order, down to 7th. There's the 1-1 on the way. Klawinski swing and a miss, 1-2. Klawinski fights it off. Harper trying to battle here. Nobody on, 2 out. Huntsville with a 3-0 advantage. And the 1-2 on the way. Klawinski, a little floater into right field, but Mendez has it scouted, and she'll make the catch. Side retired. 1-2-3 go the Lady Hornets in the bottom of the 3rd, nearing the halfway point on this Friday night in Huntsville, Texas. Lufkin bats when we return.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, ksam1017.com.
Welcome back to Huntsville, Texas. 3-0 Huntsville in this matchup in District 16-5A. I want to remind you folks, tonight's broadcast of Huntsville Lady Hornet Softball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transmission or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. Here in the top of the fourth, around the district, Nacogdoches and Kingwood Park have gone final. Kingwood Park only knocking in 7 runs to 1 against Nacogdoches, so a 7-1 victory for K Park. So we'll get a look here at the district standings in the bottom left corner of your screen. That'll move K Park to 4-2, and so the loser of this ball game would be in a tie with them for second. Dayton with a 3-0 lead early on against Porter as Smallwood fouls away the first pitch. And the loser of that ball game, I misspoke earlier, both of them are 2-3. So the loser of that ball game finds themselves in some dire straits. Oh, 1 to Smallwood from Duke. Smallwood to McHale. Nice play. Throw to first, 1 away.
Yeah, Ayers has been sharp here from third base tonight. Last time out, some throws, a little squabbly right there. She's been sharp.
Might be our early candidate for Bill Fick Ford player of the ball game tonight with her 2-for-2 night so far.
Might be.
Very steady over there at third base. Fourth in the order now, Chloe Stafford. She swings that one past the glove of McHale. Sanders deep in the hole, throw to first. Bobbled by Klowinski. A little low, but Stafford will reach. That will be the second hit of the night for Lufkin.
Yeah, that one, just right when you praise there, the McHale playing great. That one, I think, just tipped off her glove barely, and I think also threw off Sanders there. Could have made the play, but after the bad bounce, I don't know if there was just enough time there. I agree with the hit.
Harper pops back the first pitch. Another base runner here for Lufkin. They've been able to get people on against J.J. Duke. Only 1 strikeout for her so far, but everything has either been on the ground, nothing really to the outfield. Only 2 balls have made its way out to center and right tonight.
When you have this type of pitchers, I mean, you know, Duke is definitely a strikeout pitcher, but you know, one way to get around that is to put that bat on, or put the barrel of the bat on the ball. That's what Lufkin has done. The only thing is that Huntsville's been there to make the plays more often than not.
Only 1 error in the ball game. That was an error by Chloe Klowinski over there at first. That last one, of course, you may wonder if that was an error or not. It was not.
Yeah.
It's a well enough hit ball to the left side. 1-2 to Harper. Just got a chunk of it. Huntsville trying to sweep Lufkin for the 4th year in a row.
You don't think that's bulletin board material here for Lufkin?
Oh, it definitely is. 2 balls and 2 strikes. One on, 1 out. Harper past McHale and through the left side for a hit. 2 on and 1 out for Lufkin. Might be starting to smell some blood in the water here.
Yeah, the good thing, the silver lining here is for Huntsville, you still got the double play ball. Here with the runners on first and second. Lufkin's trying to do in that with the courtesy runner coming in, but still, only the one out, but you still have the double play ball.
Savannah Williams now courtesy running it first for Harper, and now at the plate, Addison Garrett. Yeah, give Lufkin credit and making some good moves here in this, really the tipping point of the ball game, top 4. 2 on, 1 out. Garrett a swing and a miss. JJ ahead, 0-2. Garrett flied out to Hernandez her last time up. Here's the 0-2. Upstairs. Get a big chance for Lufkin to try and put some pressure on Huntsville. One-two on the way. Called strike 3. Oh, and Garrett can't believe it. 2 out. That is a backwards Affordable Plumbing strikeout for J.J. Duke, her first looking on the night. Now Marley McClendon to the plate with 2 out.
Man, calls it a huge spot to get ahead in the count, get the strikeout, and right here already 0-1. A bad swing there.
That one a little floater down the line and left, but will drop in foul. But on the bright side for Duke, she really gets ahead 0-2.
Yeah, she's ahead on the pitch too, way out in front. Just got the end of the bat there. That's why it pulled so hard. And it's just so quick.
0-2. Called strike 3 on the outer half. 2 strikeouts in the inning for J.J. Duke to end the Lufkin thread. We now go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Huntsville looks to add on to their lead when we come back to Huntsville, Texas on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
At Mid-South Fiber Internet, we understand the importance of quality service.
We don't just work here, we live here too.
Helping our communities any way we can.
Connecting communities one line at a time.
Working around the clock for you.
We are committed to service.
Committed to our communities.
We are committed to you.
Mid-South Fiber Internet, local, reliable service you can count on. Sign up today at midsouthfiber.com.
Through 3.5 on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. A 3-0 lead for the Huntsville Lady Hornets against the Lufkin Lady Pack on an absolutely gorgeous night for softball here at the gateway to the East Texas Piney Woods. Alongside Luke Scott, I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Hope you all are enjoying your Friday evening wherever you may be. 8-9-1 to the plate for the Lady Hornets. Riley Hammond will get us started. Hammond, a slow roller, first base side. Nice play, Stafford. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Man, Carlos, you just talked about how quick the game's been rolling. That's one way to keep the game rolling. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Now 9th in the order, Halo Hernandez. 0 for 1 with a ground out. Hernandez, like you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Luke, one of only 2 hits for Huntsville on Tuesday night in the loss to Porter. That one towards the knob of the bat, 1-1. It's always the 4th inning. That's always really the tipping point of a ball game. If you win the 4th inning, you're more than likely going to come away with the win as Hernandez fouls off another.
Got a good cut at that one, just a tad late. And she gets her hands around that one. That could be in the gap.
1-2 pitch. Hernandez swinging a miss, 2 out. Now you go back to the top of the order, J.J. Duke. Duke 1 for 2, 2 very hard hit balls, a double to start the game and then a long fly out to right. One 0 on the way. Duke goes the opposite way again. Mendez chasing, but it's over her head. J.J. Duke with another double.
And out there, Mendez having a tough time with that one. No sun to blame on that one. Just got a bad jump off that and a 2-out double. Those are the type of things that can really make or break your team, depending on which side you are in Huntsville, on the right side of it so far. Here we go, Eris, 2 for 2 on the day, Carlos. Let's see if she can make it 3 for 3.
Fouls off the first one from Harper. It'll end up on the berm there in right field, 0-1. Again, almost a carbon copy of the first inning, a double for Duke, and then Eris brought her home on the single. One on the way. McHale out in front of it, and that one into the glove. It's short for Dean, but she'll have no play. There you have it, 3 for 3. Eris McHale, all of them via the single.
3 singles. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that of what she's doing out of the 2-hole. 2 outs now for Katie Von Rosenberg. She's been 1-dotting this year, Carlos, an OPS.
Hey, let's go, Katie!
A 1.179. She's been outstanding offensively, defensively. Big another spot here for Berger.
Runners at the corners, 2 out, bottom 4, 3-0 Lady Hornets. On Rosenberg, late on that one from Harper, 0-1. But I'm impressed with how Huntsville has just improved tonight with going the opposite way, especially at this top of the order between Duke and Von Rosenberg. Hoping to get the other ones along in the party.
I mean, Carlos, maybe that was a big talking point this week during practice.
0-1 from Harper. Inside, but called a strike. Thought Von Rosenberg for a minute was going to try and lean into that one. Stands in with a slide open stance, 0-2 count, 2 out. Tries to get down the line, but that will squirt foul.
Yeah, just slicing the wrong way there. That one would have probably scored both runs here on first and third.
And you look at second base here, and Isia Hernandez shifted slightly more to her left here. That gap way open up the middle. Another 0-2 upstairs.
Good eye. Not swinging anything that's just garbage. It's a waste pitch there for Lufkin, but also just keeping Von Rosenberg honest here.
Time is called here at the plate. Should the inning roll on, Chloe Klawinski is on deck. 1-2 on the way. Von Rosenberg, second base side. Nice play, Stafford. She'll step on the bag, 3 unassisted. Good effort by Von Rosenberg trying to beat it out with the slide, but the side is retired. Huntsville strands a pair here in the inning to keep this a 3-0 ball game. As we are 4 full, we go to the 5th. J.J. Duke back out to the circle when we come back.
Hey folks, Clint Mack here with Wiesner Chevrolet in Huntsville. If you've been looking for a great deal, don't look any further than Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville. Come get a crew cab $1,500 truck and take up to $10,000 off the MSRP. We have Chevy Trax as low as $20,995. Do you want to go all electric? We have the all-new Bolt EV, Bolt EUV, and the Chevy Blazer. Do you need a heavy-duty truck? We've got 3/4 tons and 1 tons in stock ready for you to take home now. Some restrictions may apply, so hurry to Wiesner Chevy in Huntsville and take advantage of these great deals and great inventory, or visit us online at WiesnerHuntsville.com.
3-4 at the Huntsville Baseball Softball Complex. A 3-0 lead for the Huntsville Lady Hornets over the Lufkin Lady Pack on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. Alongside of Luke Scott, my name is Carlos Zimmermann. Thanks for joining us on this Friday night. Want to remind you, our next broadcast of Lady Hornets softball will come your way on Tuesday night down in Kingwood. The Lady Hornets take on the Kingwood Park Lady Panthers. First pitch at 6:30 p.m. We get underway at 6 o'clock.
And that's a big game too, Carlos. Kingwood Park.
That's a team that's definitely out to try and get Huntsville after Huntsville laid an 8-3 smacker on them last time here at home.
Thrashing. If I remember right, Huntsville, we left a lot of runs on the board too. Lots of left on base. That one could have easily gotten out of hand.
1-1 the count here on Taylor Crocker, 8th in the order for the Lady Pack, and now behind 1-2. Lufkin's going to start running out of opportunities here to try and claw their way back. They've had him tonight as Crocker hits that one down the line, but Klawinski won't have a play.
Part of me thinks that we shouldn't have a foul net. We're like in cricket where it goes all the way around.
That one a bit off the plate that time. Not the best of framework there by Von Rosenberg. 2-2 the count.
That one was outside.
2-2 to Crocker. Third base side foul. And not a lot of balls have made their way out into the outfield tonight. The start of the game, Adley Dean flew out to right. Addison Garrett flew out in the second. Everything else has either been strikeout, base hits on the ground by Lufkin, or ground outs.
It's kind of the opposite of what we were thinking today.
Thought more of an offensive clinic would have been the case. 2-2 once more. Crocker, a swing and a miss. Fourth Affordable Plumbing strikeout for J.J. Duke. That's now 3 in a row for her, dating back to the 4th. Now 1 out in the inning. Bring it to 9th in the order here, Anicia Hernandez. First offering to Hernandez, swing and a miss, chasing outside, 0-1. Wind has all but died out here now. As Hernandez pops it up. He'll get out of play.
Doink.
Yep. Duke ahead in the count now, 0-2. To Hernandez. This is inside, just a bit low that time from Duke, 1-2. Next door to us, Lufkin with an 8-4 lead on the Hornets. They're in the top of the 4th over there. And the 1-2 now to Hernandez. Goes inside again, that one off the plate.
Looks like that one, a lot of scoring in that first 2 innings, kind of like us. And
kind of died off.
Dried up, yeah. The rain ain't pouring right now.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Downstairs. 3-2 the count. A good job by Hernandez battling back from 0-2.
Yeah. Patience. Patience is key.
Payoff from Duke on the way. Little floater on the infield. Nicely done. Callie Klawinski, 2 out.
Yeah, I felt like that could have been a huge at-bat there for Lufkin. Turns out, got nothing from it.
But you got to think about it. If she gets on with that walk, you set up the top of the order very nicely.
Exactly, and I mean, especially being down 0-2 in the count. You know, it's the little things that really pick up momentum quickly and can sputter out of hand.
AJ blowing the heat by Adley Dean, 0-1.
Now, while the strikeout numbers haven't been there, you can tell she's much more focused, I think, than the other night against Porter.
Here's the 0-1.
I mean, statistically, you would say probably not because of all the double-digit strikeouts. But it looks, I mean, it just feels like tonight, focus and poise just a little more on key.
1-1 to Dean. Off speed, hits this one well, right center field. Hernandez makes the catch on the run to retire the side. 1-2-3, go the Lady Pack through 4.5. Here in Huntsville, Texas. Huntsville hunting runs when we come back.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion hitter, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the cap rovement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Here we go to the bottom of the 5th on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports and presented by Wiesner of Huntsville. 4, 5, and 6 will bat for the Lady Hornets as we continue along in this matchup in District 16 5A. Alongside of me is my good friend and broadcast partner, Luke Scott. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Hope you all are doing very well on this rather humid Friday night in Huntsville, Texas. Chloe Klawinski to the plate. Takes inside for strike 1. Get a look at it here on Luke's phone. 76 degrees, current temps right now. Got up to 85 today. Low of 60 coming up tomorrow, and a continuing hot weekend with rain chances early next week, so we may have to pack.
We got a meteorologist in the house over here.
They got to pack some rain gear on Tuesday
Sorry.
night.
Weatherman, meteorologist requires a degree.
Well, why do you think my degree was in mass comm? I ain't smart enough for that.
Lots of physics, I would presume.
Yeah, and a lot of
no thanks.
A lot of science.
Labs.
Klawinski slow roller. Hernandez bobbles it, and Klawinski will reach.
I just talked about labs. You need to get in the lab right there. Just a simple mistake, and those are things that can really add up. Especially now, no one out and runner on. It could have easily been 1 out. Here we go. Lady Hornets, this is the time to pounce, to put this one out of reach.
That was recorded as a hit for Chloe Klawinski. So I think if Hernandez makes that play, it would have been bang bang. That's the mindset over here. So Klawinski now a 2 for 3 night.
All right.
But indeed a mistake for Lufkin regardless. 0-1 the count here on Jazz Enriquez. Lays down the bunt, a good one. Harper barehands it, throw to first is in time. Klawinski's gonna go to third because no one was there.
great base running right there. Carlos Kowinski saw the freshman with a little poise. She saw no one was at third, and the left fielder hadn't made her way all the way, and it was just easy there for the taking. A runner from first to third now with only one out.
Let's go, Em! One out in the inning, Emily Zunker to the plate. It's a chunk of the first pitch there from Harper, 0-1. Zunker, hot shot in the right base hit. RBI single for Emily Zunker, 4-0. Lady Hornets in the fifth.
And you love that for Emily Zunker. And she can hit the ball, really. She's been great. Here comes now Chloe Sanders running.
Chloe Sanders.
Chloe Sanders will be on the courtesy run here for Emily Zunker. That'll turn it over to Callie Klawinski.
You gotta love that. The DH making her presence known.
Only one out here in the inning for Lufkin and a 4-0 advantage. We've talked about it a lot this season, Luke, and that 3 runs, kind of a 1-possession game. Now you're working around the lengths of a 2 kind of possession game if you are Lufkin, finding yourselves way down. The ball goes inside 2-0, and I say that because it is Final Four weekend.
Shameless plug, we talked about it on 90.5 KSHU. Behind the mic, Colin Neal and I, voice of Hornets. Girls basketball and baseball. Of course, myself, voice of Hornet basketball and co-voice of softball.
Yep. Should be a fun weekend.
Hey, I'm ready for it. We got some good basketball coming up, but hey, before we get to good basketball, we still got some really good softball here.
Finish up tonight.
Yeah, here in Huntsville. Beautiful Huntsville, Texas.
Absolutely. 3-1 the count here on Callie Klawinski with 1 out. 3-1 pitch. She wings back up the middle. Base hit. Callie Klawinski. 2 on and 1 out for the Lady Hornets.
Yeah, a low liner. That's exactly a great spot to hit it. No play there to be made for anyone, and a hot shot into center.
I would argue 4 productive at-bats in this inning. The single of Chloe Klawinski. Jazz Enriquez, her sacrifice bunt that moved Klawinski all the way to third. And now the back-to-back hits for Zunker and Callie Klawinski, and that is going to be the end of the night for Mia Harper. That will bring Taylor Crocker out of the dugout and into the circle for Lufkin. So while they talk it over and Crocker will go through her warm-up pitches, we'll step aside and take a quick break. And we'll get the rest of this bottom of the 5th for you when we come back.
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. I'm Carlos Zimmermann. Alongside of me is Luke Scott. 2 hits in the inning for the Lady Hornets, give them 9 in the ball game this evening. The new pitcher out there for the Lady Pack in Taylor Crocker. Saw her a little bit the tail end of the ball game last time out.
Yeah. Carlos, there's blood in the water. I can smell it. You can smell it.
Hammond tries to lay down the bunt, but pops it backwards, foul.
I mean, this has been where Huntsville's been so good in previous years, and earlier this year, Carlos, was just massing these huge, innings where you're just popping 3 or 4 runs at a time that can really spiral out of hand for the other team. And
there's a strike, 0-2 the count. One away in the inning in the 0-2. Hammond takes upstairs. One and 2 the count here on Hammond. 2 on for the Lady Hornets. Looking for more runs. Hammond, a swing and a miss. 2 down. Now we are going to have a pinch hitter here for the Lady Hornets. This is going to be the sophomore, Katie Thorpe. That will come to the plate. She is now 9th in the order for the Lady Hornets.
Attention now batting, number 25, Katie Thorpe.
She comes up here in a big spot for the Lady Hornets. This just being her 5th game that she's played on the season. 2 on and 2 out. Thorpe takes a ball down low from Crocker, 1-0. So I'll be curious now, what's going to be the defensive alignment for the Lady Hornets coming out of this inning? Chance for Thorpe to cash in. Only 1 hit this year in 8 attempts. There's a strike, 1-1. One to Thorpe. Fouls it off, 1-2.
See what she's made of right here. These are opportunities that don't come often, so you gotta cash in. Your number's called.
Thorpe will dig back in, 1-2 the count outside.
Good layoff there, just nothing to swing at. Gotta make Crocker pitch to you coming in relief. Make her throw something that's hittable.
Goes downstairs, 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch to Thorpe coming from Crocker. Fights that one off. Hernandez over the plate, though, and the side is retired. But Huntsville gets a run here in the bottom of the 5th, courtesy of Emily Zunker RBI single. In top of the order for the Lady Hornets in the bottom of the 6th, but we go to the top half when we come back here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the top of the 6th inning. And the heart of the order at the plate here for Lufkin as Pinner fouls off the first pitch from J.J. Duke. And a 4-0 lead for the Lady Hornets. As Pinner pops this one up. Shallow right field. Actually, it'll stay on the infield for Klowinski, one down.
Batting number 8, Akara Smallwood.
I'll bring up third in the order. Akira Smallwood. 0 for 2 tonight, pair of groundouts. Gives this one a little ride in the left. Enriquez shading towards the line, makes the catch, 2 out.
Easy does it. Easy does. That's what we like to see, Carlos. Quick innings, man. That's what we're trying to be here for. Quick work.
Number 10, Chloe Stafford.
Now the cleanup hitter, Chloe Stafford. She singled her last time up. Only one of 3 hits tonight for Lufkin. And this is where you need the production from because your bottom of the order has not done much for you 6 through 9.
Oh, yeah, that's where actually Lufkin's been so good in depth hitting so far this year and getting some big-time wins.
They are 0 for 8, 6 through 9. 3 strikeouts, only 1 reached on an error.
Yeah, I just won't do.
JJ through 1 through 5 only has 1 strikeout. That's where all the production has come here tonight. 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss by Stafford. 1 and 2.
Ooh, that was a golf swing right there.
I know you know that very well.
Not from that side. She's swinging from the wrong side. Lefty.
2 out. And the 1-2. Stafford, a swing and a miss. 5 affordable plumbing strikeouts for J.J. Duke. Quickly erases the top of the 6th for Lufkin as we get closer and closer to the end of this ball game. Huntsville searching for yet another shutout of the Lufkin Lady Pack. They'll only have 3 outs to do it as we go to the bottom of the 6th. J.J. Duke will lead it off when we come back.
Huntsville wakes up to the all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy. Get a positive start on your workday with local news, weather and sports, and some inspiration and laughs to warm you like a hot cup of coffee. And now you can join the daily conversation with Brian and Tracy by calling or texting the KSAM listener line at 936-295-4102. Come on, neighbor. The all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy on 101.7 KSAM.
Through 5.5 here on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network. In the bottom of the 6th we go. Top of the order for the Lady Hornets. As we go to the bottom half, Duke takes the ball outside.
Carlos, she's been going oppo all night. Does she do it again here?
3rd time, maybe? 1-0. Duke.
4th time.
Oh, yeah, 4th time. She's gone to right all night. Right center in the 1st. And then down the right field line. Her last 2 trips to the plate.
I think she's going to bang one, hit the E on the Hornets on this left side, where it says Huntsville Hornets.
The 1-1. Dick takes downstairs, 2-1. Obviously, this is our first time going up against Taylor Crocker tonight.
Yep.
All those balls coming off of Mia Harper, a pair of doubles and a flyout. Still a great night regardless. 2-1. Duke swings, high drive, center field. Kiss that one goodbye off the batter side. Goodbye home run.
Woo, straight away. J.J. Duke said, I'll do you one better. I'll put it right down the middle, down the pipe.
5-0 in the 6th.
Now batting for the Lady Hornets, number 11, Harris.
Mid-South Fiber Internet home run off the bat of J.J. Duke. Home run number 8 on the regular season. Now Eris McHale, can she follow up? Takes inside, ball 1. One 0 to McHale, outside. McHale tonight 3 for 3, 3 singles. 2-0. Foul tip into the glove, strike 1. Two, 1, inside, 3-1.
We gonna throw her a ball to hit here, or we just gonna intentionally walk her? I mean,
We'll see. She fished upstairs. Might have been ball 4, but either way, full count. Went to the rise ball that time to Taylor Crocker.
Yeah, it's probably the best pitch she probably has been pitching all night.
Payoff pitch. McHale swing and a miss. 1 away. Well, she can't get the perfect night. First strikeout of the game for Taylor Crocker. 1 down in the Lady Hornets after the 6 for Von Rosenberg.
I mean, those 3 for 4 ain't too shabby, though. I mean, I'm sure she'll take that.
Now Von Rosenberg with 1 out. Takes the ball inside. Starting to get a little hazy out here, Luke. Going to do some controlled burns up in the forest, up 247.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, they've been doing that. They've been doing that out by the radio station off of 1374 too today.
I was driving around while I was actually walking around beautiful Sam Houston State University. Walking around, and I was kind of looking at it. I was like, man, it's a little hazy out here, and you can really see it right now.
1-1 to Berger. In her half, strike 2. One away, nobody on. 5-0 Huntsville. Von Rosenberg takes ball 2. Two. Von Rosenberg fouls it back. Two again from Crocker on the way. Misses inside, full count. Now, this Lufkin crowd, give them credit, they made the trip out here, but they obviously don't want to go back home. Being shut out by what has been the dominant side of a lopsided rivalry.
Hey, they've been showing out, though. They've been bringing the energy.
Von Rosenberg, I think, swung at ball 4. You got to fight it anything close, the at-bat rolls on. Payoff pitch on Rosenberg, hot shot to left. Right on the line, though, to Mallory Pinner, 2 out.
Right there for Pinner, only a few steps to her left. Having to make that play, but a well-hit ball. Nothing wrong with that. Good contact, just come up empty-handed.
Number 2,
I'll bring it up to Chloe Klawinski. 2 for 3 on the night, a pair of singles. With 2 out. Swings and misses 0-1. Huntsville 3 outs away from putting this one away, looking for more insurance, but Klawinski chasing outside, 0-2. Klawinski is swinging a miss. But a solo shot for J.J. Duke has put Huntsville up 5-0 for home run number 8 of 2024. That will take us to the final frame tonight in Huntsville, Texas. J.J. Duke hunting for 3 outs when we come back.
At Mid-South Fiber Internet, we understand the importance of quality service.
We don't just work here, we live here too.
Helping our communities any way we can.
Connecting communities one line at a time.
Working around the clock for you.
We are committed to service.
Committed to our communities.
We are committed to you.
Mid-South Fiber Internet, local, reliable service you can count on. Sign up today at midsouthfiber.com.
Final frame here in Huntsville, Texas. The 5, 6, and 7 to the plate as Harper swings at the first pitch. Sanders with the throw. Low and picked by Klawinski, 1 out.
And I tell you what, Sanders, she's been struggling batting, but her in the field has not disappointed. She has been cash money over there at shortstop.
I'll bring it to Addison Garrett with 1 out. Lufkin down to their final 2 chances. Half swing, strike 1. Oh, 1. Foul back, 0-2. One away in the 7th, 5-0 Huntsville, and the 0-2 up high, 1-2. Addison Garrett tonight 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout looking. One, 2 on the way. Foul back.
All right, Carlos, 1-2 count right here. What do you go to?
Rise ball.
Going back to it?
Go back to it, throw it top of the zone. She'll swing under it.
I'm thinking she's going to jam her back inside again.
Now she went outside.
Went outside. You know, that doesn't happen much. We usually get it on point, too.
You more often than me. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. 6 affordable plumbing strikeouts for J.J. Duke. 2 out here in the 7th. Final hope, Marley McClendon.
Carlos, man, she's been pitching so well this year at a 2.38 ERA, 14-4 record, and I mean, it's just been the same pretty much throughout the year, just so consistent on the mound. You know what you're going to get out of her on the circle.
Huntsville trying to get to 5-1 in district play and be in control of their own destiny for their 4th consecutive district title. Popped back behind by McClendon. Down to their final strike is Lufkin. Duke looking for the kill shot. Oh-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss! That's your ball game. 5-0 Huntsville, the winners, and Morgan Bryan, career win number 200 in the books for her.
Great bounce back here from last time. That's the way to do it, pitching a shutout.
Your Bill Big Ford post-game wrap-up comes your way next. We'll talk to your players of the game and head coach Morgan Bryan when we return to Huntsville, Texas.
I'm Kobe Lovell, 2020 World Champion hitter, 7-time NFR qualifier.
I'm Ricky Canton, 15-time NFR qualifier, and currently hold the world's record in the calf movement.
I'm Cody Johnson. I'm a platinum recording country music artist, cowboy team roper.
And I'm No Bull Bill, and I sell trucks. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Well, at least I sell them to the cool people.
Country music is different than other music genres. Our artists sing about family, friendship, the ups and downs of this old world, and living this life. Country music tells the story of us. 101.7 KSAM is your hometown radio station, playing today's best country and all your favorites. And you can have this hometown connection right there on your smartphone with the all-new KSAM mobile app. It's in your iPhone and Android app store right now. And we also have direct links on our website, ksam1017.com.
At Mid-South Fiber Internet, we understand the importance of quality service.
We don't just work here, we live here too.
Helping our communities any way we can.
Connecting communities one line at a time.
Working around the clock for you.
We are committed to service.
Committed to our communities.
We are committed to you.
Mid-South Fiber Internet, local, reliable service you can count on. Sign up today at midsouthfiber.com.
Huntsville wakes up to the all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy. Get a positive start on your workday with local news, weather and sports, and some inspiration and laughs to warm you like a hot cup of coffee. And now you can join the daily conversation with Brian and Tracy by calling or texting the KSAM listener line at 936-295-4102. Come on, neighbor. The all-new KSAM Wake Up Morning Show with Brian and Tracy on 101.7 KSAM.
Affordable Plumbing Incorporated in Huntsville is a proud supporter of Hornet softball and baseball. Family owned and operated since 2000, Affordable Plumbing serves the plumbing needs of Huntsville, New Waverly, Trinity, and other surrounding areas. The company is backed by years and years of experience and strives to support the community in a courteous and professional manner for all your plumbing needs. Call them at 936-291-7886. Again, that's Affordable Plumbing at 936-291-7886. Sting 'em, Hornets!
Find us on social media on both Facebook and X at KSAM-1017. Also be sure to subscribe to the 101.7 KSAM YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going on with your hometown radio station.
Welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network, powered by KSAM Sports. Your final tonight, Huntsville winners over Lufkin, 5-0 to improve to 5-1 in District 16 5A play, and a big win for Morgan Bryan, her 200th of her very, very impressive career. While we have the opportunity here, before we get our player of the game, Eris McHale and Morgan Bryan up here, gives us an opportunity to take a look at your upcoming schedule for the Lady Hornets, presented by Wiesner Hyundai of Conroe. Lady Hornets will take on Kingwood Park on Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. We'll get underway at 6 o'clock. Then they'll host Nacogdoches back here in Huntsville on next Friday night, April the 12th, before they bring Dayton here as well on April the 16th as they wind their way to the finish of District 16 5A play. That's your upcoming schedule, brought to you by our friends at Wiesner Hyundai of Conroe. And now we can dive into the Bill Fick Ford post-game wrap-up. I'll welcome back in my broadcast partner in Luke Scott. I mean, it's the kind of ball game you want to see out of Huntsville tonight. A shutout victory after being shut out yourselves on Tuesday night. It's a way to bounce back.
That's right. It's complete that spot. I mean, you see that all the time. Disappointing result. Teams come out firing, get sharp quick. And that's what Huntsville did. They pounced early, got 3 runs on the board there at the bottom of the first, and really made life uncomfortable for Lufkin really all night. Felt like they had pressure on the bases throughout the game, and the solo shot there from Duke, Talon finally the 5th run.
If you are a Huntsville JV player or
that really does it for you.
You need to come help on the field, please. Thank you.
So we'll now dive into the heart of our. Hang on, we're going to do some headset switching here. Bear with us, folks. We'll welcome in Morgan Bryan first.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
Not a problem, Coach. I finally get to say this again, the winning head coach, a very wet head coach, as you celebrate your 200th career win tonight. We'll talk about that here in a moment. Let's just talk about the ball game, though. They came out firing in the first inning, your Lady Hornets did, and then they chipped away there in the ladder going, but they kept Lufkin at bay tonight. Just your thoughts.
Absolutely. I'm really proud of my girls. I think they played a phenomenal game today, and I think we executed the way that we had talked about. Coming off of that loss on Tuesday, it's tough, and we took it personal, and we didn't do our job, and that's what it boiled down to. And so we really just wanted to execute, and on Wednesday we came in and we were ready to work, and I think the girls took that to heart and really, like I said, we took it personal, and we were working our tails off, and I'm so proud of them for making the adjustments that they needed to make and just having that mindset that you're not going to do this again. This is not how we do things, and I think they did phenomenal tonight.
Talk about, the offense. You got a lot of production, not just from J.J. Duke and Eris McHale, the usual culprits, but, hey, Chloe Klawinski, unsung hero tonight, 2 for 4 for you to produce for you to get this 5-0 really scrappy victory. I believe only the 4th or 5th time you guys have ever shut out Lufkin, but just talk about just the offense and the way they just stepped up tonight in a big way after the loss.
Honestly, that's what we were talking about a second ago, after my lovely ice bath. I just highlighted the fact that it wasn't just one person. They all contributed in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and I love that about them. Chloe going off the way that she did, it doesn't have to be a screamer in the gap or anything like that. Just doing your job at the plate and doing the little things right in order to make it happen for us, and I think they really bought into that, and they really did that this evening, and I'm very proud of them for it.
And now, one thing, that was big tonight, JJ, normally she's throwing 10-plus strikeouts a game. I believe she only had 7 on the night tonight, if I remember correctly. It was the defense that stepped up in some big ways. Only 1 blemish tonight with 1 error, but they stepped up huge.
Absolutely. They stepped up for us really big. Props to Lufkin. They came out hitting the ball really well. They attacked early, and we knew that they would, and they had a good game plan going into it, and we just D'd up and we played really well against them, and I'm very proud of defense and offense today. They made me proud. I'm very proud of my kids.
And now you turn the corner, you face Kingwood Park on Tuesday. That's a team that definitely you guys that have been targeting you guys in terms of trying to steal a win away from you. They have yet to do that after last year, and then this year, just the mindset going into that ball game as you wind through the second half of district play.
It's the same thing that I've told you time and time again. Everybody's coming after us. Everybody wants to be a big dog in this district, and we've played really well in preseason leading up into this, as well as the rest of the teams here. So I'm not ever going to take anybody out. We're going to keep getting that chip on our shoulder. I like it when we play with a chip on our shoulder. So by God, we're going to have another one, and we're going to get that chip, and we're going to go back to work on Monday so that we can execute again.
And then Morgan, you know, last thing for you, you've been across really the East Texas region from Paris to Diboll to Athens, and now you've been here in Huntsville, the longest amongst those 4 schools. You collected win number 200, and what does that mean to you?
It's huge, honestly. My first school was where I met the love of my life, and I was able and blessed to come back to East Texas and be around my family for a little while. And I had my 2 beautiful babies, and I have a bonus baby because of him. And being able to come down here and be in Huntsville, it's home to us, and of course being close to him too. But these girls, these seniors especially, they were there for my 100th win, and they're here again for my 200th. And I think that speaks volumes. And I just love to see it. So I'm very proud. I'm very proud of where I came from. Softball is something that I get lost in. I love this thing. So just being able to have that with my kids tonight was really awesome.
Absolutely, Morgan. We appreciate you very much. Congratulations on win number 200.
Thank
we
you.
will see you on Tuesday night as you go for win number 201. Job's not done, obviously. Thanks for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you. And then one more.
Absolutely.
Sorry. My mom and dad were not able to come tonight. Neither were my sisters. But my little boys don't know. We're going to see the Rangers and the Astros. And y'all know I don't like the Astros. But we're going to go to the Astros and Rangers game tomorrow night. So I'm excited to see you guys. And I hope to hug each of you next and celebrate 200 with y'all.
Well, just this once, I'll hope for a Ranger win for you guys
You
against
better.
my guys. So
You better.
Thank you, Morgan. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Thank you.
And now we'll bring in our player of the ball game, brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. Eris McHale, what a night for this young lady right here, as she went 3 for 4 tonight, 3 singles. I mean, Eris, you've hit the long ball this year, but the small ball was kind to you tonight. Just how did you feel every time you stepped to the plate tonight?
I was just trying to have a good mindset going into it, because usually I'm overthinking. I'm in my head a lot, but today I was like, you know what, I got this. Like, this is my game. Like, I can do this. And so that really helped, and especially having my teammates on my back and telling me, like, hey, you got this, especially Berg. When she was on deck, she's like, Eris, you got this, breathe. Like, and so that really, like, helped me, and it got my confidence up a lot.
And then defensively, you were very stout. I know Tuesday night was very tough for you on that front, but then you turned it around tonight, made all the plays you needed to make for your girls tonight. How did you feel on that front on the defensive side as the balls were coming to you?
Tuesday game was rough. I will say I had a lot of errors that game, but Wednesday and Thursday in practice, I mean our whole team, like, we were busting our butts in practice and, like, really trying to make sure that we correct every little thing that we can. And tonight, I mean, everybody really outdid themselves. I mean, I'm proud of every single girl that was on the field today.
And now you turn the page, you get to go play Kingwood Park, a team that you stymied here at home, but now it's always tough to go out there and win on the road. Rain might be a factor as well on Tuesday, but a lot of different factors that could try to shake you. How do you avoid that on Tuesday?
We just have to play our game like we know how to do, especially like we did tonight. Tonight was a really good game, and if we can keep playing like this and have the confidence that we have, and everybody just, like, cheering each other on in the dugout, then we got this.
And now, last thing for you, Eris, before I let you go, obviously a big win tonight for your coach, her 200th of her career. You were here for her 100th, so how about that? You've been a part of 100-plus wins of this program of Huntsville Lady Hornets softball. Just what does it mean for you to play for Morgan Bryan?
I mean, playing for her is amazing. She's such an amazing coach, and especially, like, mentally, she really helps. Like, I mean, I could be having a bad day at practice, and I mean, she'll be like, Eris, like, you got this, like, just push through it. And I mean, like, she's really just like a mom, and she's always there if you need her.
Absolutely. That's the kind of coach you love to see. And then lastly, Eris, before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I will say my family, especially my mom and my dad. I literally would not be here if it wasn't for you. I love y'all so much.
Absolutely. Eris, your player of the ball game tonight, brought to you by Bill Fick Ford. Congrats on the win. We'll see you Tuesday.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
I'll welcome back in my broadcast partner now in Luke Scott as we wrap up the Bill Fick Ford Lady Hornets post-game wrap up. Man, what a night it was for the Lady Hornets tonight, Luke. I mean, just an all-around great ball game, and now they will turn the page, and they will get ready to take on Kingwood Park, a team, like I said with Eris, Lady Hornets stymied them here at home. It's going to be a tough game, though, on the road on Tuesday.
Yep, and, I mean, it's tough to not be excited about tonight, but you sleep on this one tonight, be happy, celebrate it, and then just move on, to the next game, and you got a quick turnaround coming up on Tuesday to a formidable opponent. We've seen Kingwood Park be really good the past few years. So another tough task coming up, but it's a great bounce-back spot here from Huntsville. All the girls did a great job defensively, pitching, hitting-wise. Really put the pressure on Lufkin, which we didn't see anything like that last time out. So a great spot to bounce back.
Before we dive into the district standings as they stand now, your Bill Fig 4 play of the game, obviously off the batter's eye, the home run from J.J. Duke, straightaway center field. A massive shot for the Lady Hornets to extend what was then a 4-0 lead. So that's your Bill Fig 4 play of the game. We'll also have that available for you on the KSAM Sports Facebook tomorrow morning. Your final look here before we sign off. Huntsville now alone at the top of District 16 5A. Lufkin drops to 4-2 there in a tie with Kingwood Park, who took care of Nacogdoches tonight. And Dayton beat Porter. So Dayton sits in that interesting 4 spot that we are very much familiar with, and Porter now drops to the 5 spot after the loss to Dayton tonight. So that sets up some big stuff coming up on Tuesday night against Kingwood Park. Again, folks, there are chances of weather on Tuesday night, so if there are any changes that are made to the ball game, there shouldn't be. Kingwood Park is now on turf, so either way, we'll be out there in Kingwood for the broadcast starting at 6 o'clock with the Lady Hornets countdown to first pitch. First pitch to follow at 6:30.
Might have to bring out the tent for that one.
Yeah, we might have to for that one on Tuesday night. Should be a fun one, though. As the road to the 5A playoffs continues, Huntsville makes one more big step tonight, knocking off Lufkin 5-0. Well, that'll do it for us tonight here in Huntsville, Texas. Again, your final score, Huntsville winners over Lufkin. They sweep them for the 4th straight year, 5-0 against them here tonight to set up for a big one on Tuesday. Tonight's broadcast of Huntsville Lady Hornet softball on the Hornet Nation Broadcast Network is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any other transmission or accounts of the game without the express written consent of 101.7 KSAM and Huntsville High School Athletics is strictly prohibited. For our executive producer, Jordan Smith, and the entire Hornet Nation Broadcast Network crew, my name is Carlos Zimmermann. Looks like baseball is still in action next door to us. Turn over to that broadcast. Colin Neal and BJ McMichael, they have the call right next door here in Huntsville. Have a great rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekend, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, friends, have a pleasant tomorrow, and on the count of 3, my friend, 1, 2, 3, you know what to say. Sting 'em, Hornets. Good night, God bless, and so long. Here from the gateway to the East Texas Piney Woods in Huntsville, Texas.